All right.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. I guess if council still squeezes in with them, I'm just gonna get to the next one, down the line. So we'll skip, 7 and 8 for now. We'll just start with the 6. Yeah. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is the 2 a.m. initial appearance calendar for November 27th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Now, because there may be victims present online or virtually watching this, I will be reading the victim's rights advisement. If you are a victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, amongst others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, the right to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. And with that, if I can have Travis Yazzie come to the podium, and if I can have Louis Duran come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Please give me your first full name and date of birth.
Travis Yazzie, 6991.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here on a new matter. Today, it involves 18 counts of organized retail theft, all Class 4 felonies, and 3 counts of shoplifting, all Class 1 misdemeanors. I have found probable cause to exist as to all counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. I thought I might have to reprint this. Thank you for your patience, everyone. I did reprint that, or I did revise it. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on December 4th, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both at 8:30 a.m., both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, the court has reviewed your prior felony convictions, including for robbery and burglary. There is and the nature of the offense in this matter. The court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000 secured appearance bond. If you are able to post the bond, you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims. There are other release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of all my orders with all the release conditions and the paperwork you're about to be handed here shortly. If I could have you step to your left. Louis Duran, please come to the podium. And then if I can have Gustavo Bemis come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Good morning, Your Honor. Luis Angel Regalado Duran.
And your date of birth?
1/10/1995.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Duran, you are here on 3 matters. The first is a new matter stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court.
Yes.
It is for 1 count of possession or misconduct involving weapons by a prohibited possessor. I did find probable cause to exist as to that count. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on December 4th, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions in this matter, the court has We'll check something here. The court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000. Should you be able to post that bond, you must report to your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. There are other release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you are going to get a copy of everything here in your paperwork shortly. Your next matter is number 23 on the calendar. It is for a probation violation warrant, again from the Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed a attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions in this matter, the court is looking at the fact that you are now, the probation department is now alleging a term 1 violation. Term 1 violation for everybody. The first term on everybody's probation is not to commit new crimes while on probation. So because of the allegation of the term 1 allegation, the court has imposed a bond, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000 in your matter. Again, should you be able to post this bond as well, you are to report to your probation or contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. The additional other release conditions that apply, I'm not going to go over, but you're going to get a copy of all of that here shortly. And finally, your last matter is number 20 on the calendar. It is a municipal court warrant from the Tolleson Municipal Court for a Class 1 misdemeanor. On that case, your next court date is December 8th at 8:30 a.m. The release conditions on this matter, typically you're not, for the nature of this offense, no one, not just you, no one is eligible for a court-appointed attorney. However, because you are in custody for these other two matters and whether or not you post bond, one of the things I want you to do is, look to get you credit for your time served, and make sure that if you don't post bond that you are transported to your next court date in Tolleson. So with that said, I am imposing a $50. It's like it's a placeholder bond. I'm appointing counsel to address the issue of the bond only as well at your next court date. There are, again, other release conditions that will apply. Make sure you read through them all. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get all of my orders within, for all of your cases here as you step to your left. Thank you very much.
So $20,000 would be the total? $20,050?
Correct, secured appearance.
Okay.
Yeah. Gustavo Bemis, please. And if I can have Devion McDoherty come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Gustavo Alberto Bemis, May 2nd, 2003, Your Honor.
Apologize for mispronouncing your name. It's Bemis. I said Bemis, so Bemis. Mr. Bemis, give me, could you say your date of birth, May 2nd,
2003.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very much. Give me one. Here, I just want to read this. All right. Sir, you are here today as a result of a grand jury warrant. The grand jury has reviewed the charges against you and has found probable cause to exist as to your counts. They involve 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, both as Class 3 felonies, and 1 count of endangerment, a Class 6 felony. Again, the grand jury has determined that probable cause to exist as to all counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. You may be getting from what I understand, you may be getting an attorney on your own, but at least My appointment of an attorney will ensure that there's at least somebody at your next court date, which is an arraignment hearing on December 4th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to the release conditions in your matter, the grand jury has passed down a secured appearance bond in the amount of $20,000. I'm going to go ahead and affirm that bond. Should you be able to post your release conditions, should you be able to post your bond, there are additional release conditions that apply: not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims, or among the few. The rest of your release conditions, I'm not going to go over, but you're going to get a copy of everything in the paperwork you're about to receive here shortly. If I can have you step to your left.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Davion McDoherty, please come to the podium, and if I can have Tricia Nixon come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Davion Oshaw McDoherty, 5184.
Thank you very much. Sir, you're here as a result of Superior Court, Maricopa County Superior Court probation violation warrant. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in this matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As for this matter, it is alleged that you have violated terms 6, 7, and 8 of your probation, including the fact that you lived in you moved to another state or went to another state without permission from the probation department. The court has, as a result of taking all this into consideration, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000 secured appearance bond. There are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you here today. You're going to receive everything in writing. But if you are able to post your bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. If I can have you step to your left, please.
Happy holidays, Your Honor.
Thank you. You too. Tricia Nixon to the podium, please. And if I can have Alejandro Miranda come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Please give me your full name and date of birth.
It's Tricia Marie Nixon, May 13, 1973.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ms. Nixon, you are here on two matters. The first, number 2 on the calendar, it is for one count. It's a Superior Court failure to appear warrant for one count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession. That's a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is December 4th. That's going to be a status conference, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, ma'am, I got to tell you, I looked at your initial release conditions on this matter. You were released to OR, then failed to appear, then you were released to pretrial services, then again failed to appear. Because of the fact that neither of those two other options guaranteed your appearance at future hearings, the court will be, at this point, imposing a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500 on this matter. There are additional release conditions which apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you are going to receive everything in writing here shortly. Your next matter is number 3 on the calendar. That is also a failure to appear warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court for the same types of charges: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in this matter as well. Your next court date is also December 4th. That's going to be a status conference, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. Again, the court has considered your prior release conditions in this matter, and in this case has set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Again, other release conditions apply should you be able to post your bond in both matters. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you are going to get a copy of everything here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left. Oh, please.
I'm so sorry. I was in rehab the last failure to appear. I reached out to my public defender about 8 days before, as well as my case manager with COPA, because SMI, with no response. They didn't have anything, and I was in there, so I mean, if that helps at all, I really want to get this taken care of and do what I'm supposed to do. So we didn't have any response, so there was no ask for a continuance from him to, because I was in for 30 days. I also had court on, community court in Mesa on December 4th, that same day, so I'm not sure if that's going to cause a conflict or not. I was doing the 30 days for my Mesa cases.
Okay, there was, I see that there was a motion to continue on the 29th of September, moving the matter to October 8th.
Right, and this was on September 28th, or 26th, I emailed, and then because we needed it pushed out further, I wasn't going to be done with my 30-day rehab by the 8th of October, so I asked him to push it forward. And
it appears, it appears that, he was, or he or she was only able to get the extension to the 8th, and then there was there were no further communications from your public, your attorney after that?
Right, my case manager reached out to him as well, both himself and his supervisor we called, and nothing, so.
Okay, I mean, since I'm not seeing anything new on the record.
Yeah.
If that's the case, he or she should have updated the court as to what's going on. I see the first continuance request, but I don't see anything after that.
I was going to upload my email. It's just hard to find a place to charge your phone sometimes.
And because of the fact I'm not seeing anything new, the warrants as they exist still stand. You can have a chance to readdress release conditions with everything you just told me with the next judge.
On the 4th?
On the 4th.
Okay. And then the Mesa Court doesn't apply to that?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm sure Mesa, I can't guarantee anything, but, I'm sure Mesa, if they know that you're here, or if you tell them that you're here, they'll say, hey, Superior Court takes precedence.
Yes, okay.
So if you tell them that you're here, my hope is that they'll be understanding.
Okay. Yeah, it's community court.
Do you have an attorney there in Mesa?
No, with that, it's SMI court, so it's kind of like the Rule 11 here, which I thought he was applying for also, but.
Yeah, I don't see any Rule 11 requests. I mean, and hopefully all this could be rectified on the 4th.
I hope so.
Yeah.
My first time going through all this, I'm really confused, but, okay.
All right.
If
I can have you step to your left, you'll get a copy of all my orders here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
You too. Alejandro Miranda, please come to the podium, and David Bengel, come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Alejandro Miranda, November 5th, 1987.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here as a result of a probation violation for a Class 6 felony for the Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. In terms of your release conditions, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. $1,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post your bond, you must report to your probation officer within 72 hours. There are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of all my orders here as you step to your left here momentarily. Thank you very much. David Bengel, or Bengel?
Bingo.
Bengal. Thank you. And then if I can have Marcelina Reyes come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
David Anthony Bengal, August 31st, 1983.
Thank you very much. Sir, you are here on two matters. The first is a new matter. The first is a new matter for stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court for one count of resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony, and one count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on December 4th, followed, that's at 8:30 a.m., followed by an evidentiary hearing on December 4th at 1:30 p.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th at 8:30 a.m. All matters are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. As to your release conditions, the court has determined that you are on felony release for another matter, CR 2025-140-884, and whenever anybody's on felony release for one matter and they commit or allegedly commit a new offense, they are held non-bondable by statute. They are presumed to be held non-bondable by statute. As such, I will be holding you non-bondable on this case. As to your other matter, number 12 on the calendar, that is a bench warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court for one count of possession of narcotic drugs, for a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. Your next court date is a status conference on December 4th, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both at 8:30 a.m., both in the downtown Superior Court. As to this matter, the court has imposed a $1,000 secured appearance bond. That was, I should say, the court hasn't imposed it, the court has affirmed a $1,000 secured appearance bond. That bond was set by another judge when your bench warrant was issued.
I don't want it, just lock me up.
I'm sorry?
I don't want it, just lock me up.
So if you don't post the bond, you will remain in custody, but should you be able to obtain any kind of release conditions, there are additional release conditions that I'm ordering as part of your overall case.
I don't want to be released. Just keep
and you'll be receiving a copy of everything in the paperwork. If I could have you step to your left. All right, before we call Ms. Reyes, remain seated for now. I'm going to call number 7 on the calendar.
Ballard?
Yeah, Ballard. If somebody could just knock on. I got the sense that the defense attorney is ready, so. Ready? Come on. Counsel, if you're ready. If you're not ready, I can go on to another matter and.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Call. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is number 7 on the calendar. Counsel, could you please announce?
Good morning, Your Honor. Adam Weiner on behalf of Mr. Ballard, who is here standing to my right and in custody today.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ballard, could I have you give me your full name and date of birth?
Breon Ballard, 03, March 22nd, 2007.
Thank you very much. And just for the record, because it could be telephonic or virtual, just in some virtual realm, is there anybody for the state present? I don't think so. I didn't hear anything, so we'll just be moving. It'll just be us moving forward. Okay, counsel, do you wish to address the court as to any of the probable cause scenarios, issues?
No, we'll defer to the court on those, Judge.
Thank you very much. Mr.
It was a grand jury indictment?
Right,
Your
right.
Honor? Okay.
Mr. Ballard, the allegations against you are one count of homicide, murder in the first degree, one count of armed robbery, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon as Class 3 felonies, 1 count of unlawful flight as a Class 5 felony, 1 count of endangerment as a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of disorderly conduct as a Class 6 felony, involving a weapon as a Class 6 felony. Again, the probable cause was made by a grand jury in this case. I always give counsel a chance to address it if they wanted to, but a grand jury has determined probable cause in your case for this matter. Counsel, this is just a limited NOA. So what I can do is I can appoint an attorney moving forward on this matter, and if you guys move forward together, then you could just amend that by following either a substitution of counsel or another NOA for the remainder of the case. And I'm sure the Maricopa County Public Defender's Office would be happy to just turn the file over to you at your next court date, which is, Mr. Ballard, an arraignment hearing on December 4th at 8:30 a.m. Before I move forward, I want to chat with you about release conditions, and I believe that's why your attorney is here as well. So, counsel, take it away.
Thank you, Judge. Just a few things we would like to point out to the court. He is only 18 years of age. He has no prior criminal history. He does have significant ties here within the Phoenix community. He has 8 siblings. He's living with 4 siblings and his parents, and so he has a place to live. He's not working at the moment because he's 18 years old and he's in college, and so he was attending college in California. He's seeking a business degree. He also happens to play wide receiver on the sports team. He has no prior failure to appears. The moment that he did find out about this warrant, he did all his efforts to come to Arizona to take care of this. We disagree with a little bit of what was alleged there, him fleeing to California. He wasn't ever trying to flee. Again, that's where he's going to California for school. Obviously, it's a bad timing because he does have finals coming up. He would like to be able to do those. He's able to attend school virtually. $2 million is obviously a lot of money. I don't know if there's anything that the court can do at this time to reduce it, even to maybe $1 million, something maybe a little bit more feasible given his situation.
I don't see, counsel, do you have any inclination? I don't see anything related to any co-defendants in this matter. Am I correct in assuming that?
I don't have sufficient information on
that. From the information I have, I didn't see any, but I just wanted to make sure. I always like to kind of do a compare and contrast with co-defendants, but I didn't see any in this matter, at least not at this time. All right, Mr. Ballard, I gotta, your release conditions were set by a grand jury. And, in taking, and I appreciate your attorney's efforts to kind of explain some of this away. And it doesn't look good when you're questioned by Mesa PD for a homicide matter, and then you leave the state. You could see where people would look at that as fleeing, even though from your perspective you may have done something else. It doesn't look good. The other thing of concern. So the possible flight risk scenario, I think, was taken into consideration when looking at a bond or release conditions in this matter. The other flight risk situation was the high-speed pursuit from Mesa to Litchfield Park. That's a long ways to be fleeing at a high rate of speed, according to the information that I have. And again, the offense is one of the most egregious gravity. I'm sorry. Let me just check one other thing here. Yeah. Right, the nature of the offense is pretty serious, and then there are additional allegations of, again, I don't have any more information other than the allegations of other possible criminal allegations against you in California. With that said, and I looked at it, and it is a high bond amount, and $2 million, and it's cash only, and I agree it's $2 million, but there's also other things that I may not have seen that the grand jury heard. I can only see a little bit of the Form 4. I can't see, I don't have a grand jury transcript, and I don't know what else the lead or assigned detective said to the grand jury at this, for them to come up with a $2 million bond. It's one of the higher ones that I've seen, but so there must be something out there in addition to everything. And I think in taking the cumulative look at all of this, at this point, I am going to affirm the grand jury's bond amount in the amount of $2 million cash only, because of your interactions with California. Should you be able to post a bond, this bond or any bond, I'm also going to include electronic monitoring as well, to be installed prior to your release. There are other release conditions that you must abide by, including not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any of the alleged victims or their extended families or immediate families. Other release conditions will be included in the paperwork you're about to receive. I'm not going to go over all of them here today. Okay, I think that's it. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
There is a number 8 on the calendar. On this, it has a different CR number. It does stem from the, and I looked at it. It stems from the same occasion, event, the same circumstances. It's basically the same case. It was just filed as a direct complaint first. It got a CR number, and then it went on to grand jury indictment. It got a different CR number.
Okay.
That CR number, it's CR 2025-142190. That's the direct complaint CR number. It has the same date at December 4th as the grand jury arraignment does. It'll follow along, and then it should fall off. But for now, it hasn't fallen off the system. So both matters will be run together, and eventually
Okay.
The CR, the number ending in 190, will eventually fall off, because there's also a preliminary hearing to it on December 8th, which will fall off as well,
Okay.
because this went through the grand
Okay.
jury. So, it just hasn't, the system hasn't caught up with what's going on. So, not to worry, it should fall off, but right now it's on, and it's keeping case, it's the same case, it's just keeping track,
Okay.
with both cases. So if you see it, or as you see it, don't be concerned that there's a separate case. It's all one case, and the 190, matter ending in 190 should fall off. Okay, with that said, we are adjourned on this matter.
Thank you,
Thank you
Judge.
very much. And counsel, thank you very much for showing up at 2 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I've been in your shoes before,
Yeah, I'm a
so
little tired, I'm sure
always
you are too.
appreciate it, especially on Thanksgiving.
I know.
Officers, before, we're gonna take a break on the calendar before no, you're good. Before we continue with the rest of it, I gotta, there's a time-sensitive warrant request, so we're just gonna go off the record for a moment, so I can make a call or two, and then we'll get back on it.
Sounds good.
Yeah? All right. All right, we are back on the record after taking a short break so I could address some pending urgent warrant requests by law enforcement. I'm going to call number 13, Marcelina Reyes, to the podium, please. And if I can have Greg Fisk come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, ma'am. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Marcelina Reyes, December 22nd, 1981.
All right. Ms. Reyes, you're here on a probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. A previous judge, not I, but a previous judicial officer had issued a bond in the amount, secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. I'm going to go ahead and affirm that bond in the amount of $500 secured appearance. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get them all here in writing, including the fact that you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release if you do post the bond. If I can have you step to your left, you're going to get a copy of all the release conditions here shortly. Greg Fisk to the podium, please. And then if I could have Jordan Visma come to the chair next to the door.
Hi, my name is Greg Christian Frisch. My birthday is 01/30/86.
Thank you very much, Mr. Frisk. Mr. Frisk, you are here as a result of a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of your probation. A previous judicial officer has issued a bond in relation to your warrant in the amount of $500. That's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. I'm going to go ahead and affirm that prior judicial officer's bond amount, again, in the amount of $500. Should you be able to post that bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Additional release conditions apply, all of which you're going to get in. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of everything in the paperwork you're about to receive here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left. If I can have Jordan Visma come to the podium, please, and if I can have James Barrios come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Jordan Visma, 12293.
Visma. Thank you very much. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Sir, you're here as a result. I'm sorry, did you say December 2nd, 1993? Okay. For the record, I'm gonna say that I want the record to reflect that in my asking the defendant his date of birth, he affirmed by nodding his head. You're here as a result of the probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 5, and 7 of your probation. A previous judicial officer has set bond in your case in the amount of $550. $550. I'm going to go ahead and affirm that bond amount by the previous judicial officer. If you do post your bond, you are to report to your probation officer, contact your probation officer rather, within 72 hours of your release. There are other release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get a copy of all of them here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left. James Barrios, come to the podium, please. And if I can have Lee Franklin come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
James Paul Barrios, October 4th, 1969.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barrios. Mr. Barrios, you are here for a arrest warrant stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is for 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is December 4th. December 4th, that's going to be a status conference, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Superior Court. As to the release conditions in your matter, the court has imposed the court has imposed a bond in the amount of $150, but that's going to be cash only bond in the amount of $150. I should clarify for the record, this court did not impose the $150. Another judge provided that amount, $150 cash only bond, and this court, myself, will affirm that $150 cash only bond. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get all of them and all of my orders in the paperwork you're going to receive here shortly. If I can have you step to your left. All right. Lee Franklin to the podium, please, and if I can have Timothy Bennett come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Lee Melvin Franklin Jr., 12/18/78.
Okay. Lee Melvin Franklin Jr. Okay. So let the record reflect that there is a suffix after Mr. Franklin's name. I'm going to go ahead and save that on the, correct that in the profile. Okay. Sir, you are here on a new matter stemming from the Goodyear Municipal Court. It is for 1 count of assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to that matter. I'm sorry, it is 2 counts of assault. Both of them are Class 1 misdemeanors. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. Typically for a case like this, not just you, no one for this kind of charges out of a municipal court is entitled to court-appointed attorney. However, you can retain an attorney at your own cost and expense if that's what you wish to do. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the Goodyear Municipal Court. The address of the court is going to be in the paperwork you're about to receive. In terms of your release conditions, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500 secured appearance bond. I'm also going to order that counsel be appointed in your matter, but as to the bond issue only. So not to the overall defense, but if you are not able to post bond before your next court date, this will ensure that you get transported to your next court at your next court date, and there should be counsel appointed there to readdress my release conditions as to that $500. Again, if you don't post that bond between now and December 3rd.
Can I speak on your? Yeah. This is my first time in trouble. Ever. You can see I have a clean record. Period. It shouldn't be 2 counts of assault. And for the bond, is it 10% of the bond or is it $500?
So it's secured appearance bond. So what that means is that usually what happens, and don't quote me, but usually what happens is you contact a bond company, and one of the officers here will be able to direct you to a list of bond companies that are available. They take collect calls from the jail, and usually those bond companies require something like 10% down, and then something in collateral for the bond amount. So, it's usually, a vehicle or something of value, possession. Some people put up their house, but, something of value that, I've even seen guitars put up as
Right.
collateral. But it's usually 10% down.
And my last question is, my wife can't bail me out, can she? Or the 500?
Yeah, or, so you could go through a bond company, or you could post the entire amount in
Okay.
cash, and then, once the matter is done, you can
Receive
ask
that.
to get that back.
Okay.
Yeah. But your wife's not one of the alleged victims.
No,
so-
not at all.
So she can post that entirety of that amount if you guys can do that, then she can post it, and then as soon as it's posted, you should be released, processed out and released.
Appreciate you.
All right. There are additional release conditions that you will apply should you be released, should you post your bond and be released. Can't go back to the scene of the alleged crime, and you're not to have any contact with the alleged victims in this case. The additional release conditions, all of them I'm not going to go over. You're just going to get a copy of everything here momentarily, as well as the address of the court that you're supposed to appear at on the 3rd.
And when you say I can't, this happened in my house complex, and we were in a park. I was walking my dogs, and it happened.
In the park.
Correct.
Right, correct. So, in the park.
Don't go to the
Not just in that,
Okay.
So, in the park area, not your home, obviously. And then there are 2 alleged victims in this matter. So,
Right.
and that's something to be addressed
Definitely.
down the road as well. All right, if I could have you step to your left. Timothy Bennett, please, come to the podium. And it's the next one. The next one after that. Sergio Salcido to the, right there. No, you're good. You're good. Is it Salcido that's the interpreter? Okay. All right. Mr. Bennett, please give me your full name and date of birth.
Timothy Thomas Bennett, September 16th, 1997.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, you are here out of a Justice Court warrant from the Ironwood Justice Court for 1 count of driving while on a suspended license and 1 count of failure to appear. The first count is a Class 1 misdemeanor. The second one is a Class 2 misdemeanor. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 16th at 9 a.m. in the Ironwood Justice Court. The paperwork that you're about to receive, that'll have the address. Okay. As to your release conditions.
Not briefly.
Let me say my thing, and then you can. I feel that your matter is a matter that if you were released, you could go to the court on your own volition, and you could. I don't know. It looks. Do they want money from you? That kind of thing. Whatever you can make arrangements with the court and resolve this matter a lot quicker and a lot more handier than having the deputies transport you and a lot of resources being spent. To me, the offense just happened. It happened this year. There was another matter before you that, or maybe in an earlier calendar, and they've been out on a warrant for over 5 years, almost 6 years for, just a few $100s. And they could have resolved that, but they chose not to. They let a half a decade pass before they got picked up. Yeah. I don't think you're going to do that. And I think given the recency of the offense date in your matter, I think you could go down to the court on your own and handle it and resolve it. So to that end, as long as you promise this court that you will appear at your next court date or even sooner and handle this matter on your own, I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance here today.
Okay.
Do you so promise that you'll go?
I do promise.
Okay. Was there something else that you want to tell me? That the only thing you can do is talk me out of this Well, recognizance really.
Well, if I
So-
talk you out of it, it's just me being honest, right? I had other ticket issues. I don't know, because I was traveling for work doing demolition, so I had a ticket out of Payson, ticket out of Gila Bend. License ends up suspended, and I haven't had money. I haven't been able to go out of these. Ironwood is Gila Bend, correct?
I think it's still here in Maricopa County, I'm not sure.
The only problem I've had with Gila Bend is like physically getting out there without a valid license. But no, I would want to.
Deputy, I'm sorry, officer, on the court, on his paperwork, does it show the address for Ironwood Justice Court?
No, it's Kimber Street. So it is Gila Bend.
Okay, all right.
All right, and then my only other question is like, I don't have anything else, because last time I was here, I
Right
went
now,
through
the
this.
only
got
thing
relief and
before
came
me is just this matter.
Okay.
So on just this, I can only address just this. I don't have a full criminal history, or if it's civil traffic related stuff, I won't be able to see it anyway, because this is a criminal court. So, just do your best to get to at least get to court on the 16th.
Okay.
And then, and justice courts, I have seen it, and I'm just from my own personal experience, you can, make a payment arrangement for $15 a month, and they'll probably take it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Anything, just get them on track to get paying something, and they'll be okay with it.
Okay.
And then you won't be back here again.
Thank you.
All right, fantastic.
You have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much. You too, Steph. You're lovely. Thank you. All right. Salcido's next. All right.
Hi.
Good morning. This is Commissioner John Agra. Is this the interpreter?
Yes, sir.
Sir, could I have you announce your name for the record?
Of course. My name is Karin. I'm the Spanish interpreter.
Okay. I have a person, the defendant here in front of me. Could you introduce yourself to him as the interpreter in Spanish, and then ask him to give me his full name and date of birth?
Of course. Sí, buenas noches. Soy su intérprete. Le ayudaré a traducir lo que necesite con el señor juez. Por favor, otorgue su nombre completo, fuerte y claro, y su fecha de nacimiento.
18 de octubre de 1998.
Su nombre completo, caballero.
Sergio Alberto Segura Salcido.
¿Y cuál es su primer nombre?
Sergio.
Muy bien. My name is Sergio Alberto Segura Salcedo. My date of birth is October 18, 1998.
Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
All right.
De nada.
So you are here, sir, you are here as a result of an arrest warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court.
Señor, usted está acá por una orden de arresto emitida indicada por la Corte Superior de Maricopa.
It is, so the way, let me finish all of my things first, and then everything I have to say to you first, and then I will let you speak at the end.
Déjeme finalizar primero todo lo que tengo yo que indicarle, caballero. Luego de ello, se le va a dar una oportunidad para hablar al final.
Oh, thank you.
All right. The allegation is that you committed one count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony.
Las alegaciones son que usted tiene un cargo de posesión de drogas peligrosas, un delito grave de clase 4.
I have appointed an attorney to represent you.
He apuntado un abogado para poder representarle.
Your next court date is a status conference on December 11th, 2025.
Indicarle que su siguiente fecha de audiencia es una audiencia de conferencia en diciembre 11 de 2025.
11 2025, corte. Ok.
Correcto. Okay.
Is there something that the interpreter needs to tell me?
Yeah. Yes. And I'm sorry, Your Honor, I guess it's because the line has a delay, but his response was, so it is court on December 11, 2025, and the interpreter repeated, yes.
Okay. The next court date is, the next court date after that is a preliminary hearing on December 15th, 2025.
Okay. La siguiente corte después de ello es una corte preliminar que sería en diciembre 15 de 2025.
De este año, ok.
Both court dates are at 8:30 a.m.
Ambas fechas de corte son a las 8:30 de la mañana.
8:30 de la mañana, ok. Thank you.
And both court dates are in the downtown Superior Court.
Ambas cortes son en la Corte Superior del Centro.
¿El centro?
Son de downtown.
Aquí no veo, no, la verdad que no sé dónde es el centro.
But
No sé
I
si me
don't know
manden la
where is
dirección.
downtown.
Okay, the address to the court should be on the paperwork you're going to receive shortly.
La dirección de la corte va a estar en el papeleo que usted va a recibir pronto.
Okay, thank you.
As to your release conditions on this matter, the court believes that you may not have had actual notice that this matter was going on. And so I will be releasing you on your own recognizance today.
Muy bien. En este caso, sus condiciones de liberación, la Corte cree que usted no tenía noción actual de que esto estaba ocurriendo, por lo cual se le va a liberar el día de hoy bajo su propia responsabilidad y reconocimiento.
Thank you.
It's up to you. It'll be up to you to get yourself to the next court date on December 11th.
Va a depender de usted que llegue a las fechas de corte que se indicaron en diciembre 11.
El 11 y el 15, ¿no? 11 y 15.
The one on the 11 and also the one on the 15, correct?
Correct.
Correcto.
Los dos días, ok. Okay, thank you.
Okay. If I can have you step to your left, you'll get a copy of your paperwork.
Salga a su izquierda, va a obtener ahí una copia de su papeleo.
¿Me escuché otra? ¿Me puede repetir otra vez?
Oh, be advised, Your Honor, he wants me to repeat, I'll repeat. Salga a su izquierda, va a obtener una copia de su papeleo.
Bueno.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for choosing language, Your Honor. Have a good evening.
All right, thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving. All right, he's gone. Joseph Antaro and Honorado. There it is. Okay. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Joseph Allen Honorado, 9/23/86.
I got it at the very end. All right, sir, you are here on two matters. The first matter is a new case stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It involves taking, one count of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, and one count of false reporting, that's a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference on December 4th, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, both in the downtown Superior Court, both at 8:30 in the morning. As to the release conditions in this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. $5,000 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post that bond, there are other release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get a copy of everything here in writing momentarily. Your next case is number 17 on the calendar. That is for Clear. That is for one count of failure to register. That's a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. The failure to register as a sex offender matter is a grand jury related warrant. The grand jury, your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 4th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. The grand jury has imposed a bond, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500 in that case as well. So $2,500 on this case and $5,000 secured appearance bond on the previous matter. Should you be able to post your bond, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get a copy of everything and all my orders in the paperwork you're about to receive. If I can have you step to your left, please. Thank you. Those warrants just keep on coming. I tell you. Oh, yeah.
All right, so the last one we have is the house call.
And there's any update on that? Is he still not following directions or?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, all right. As such, in case the microphone didn't pick it up, the last matter on the calendar is number 24, Justin Coyne. I've been informed that he's not following directions, not being compliant. Could be a danger to himself and others. As such, I will be making a house call on this matter. This matter is a fugitive of justice matter. The defendant's next hearing date is a fugitive of justice hearing on December 8th at 1:30 p.m. There are additional release conditions that apply. I'm going to give a copy of everything should he be released or any bond gets posted as a result of the fugitive of justice hearing. And that's by not being here, he's just choosing to waive his rights and go forward to a fugitive of justice hearing. That concludes the calendar, the 2 a.m. calendar.
You ready?
Do that.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna tell her. You know what, can I do this? Yes, can I get the red pen? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Thank you. No worries, I got this. Because she always be missing paperwork. And,
Cool. I'll take them over to, what do you call it?
Put your foot down.
Really, what happened to that guy going?
Hmm?
Because they never called back.
Oh, because she's here. So, yeah. So, no, I'm good, thank you. Oh, she called asking me, in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so how am I gonna ask?
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah. And last week, she called me. Can you ask them to speak Spanish? I said, no, I can't. I mean, I could say Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, Malay, Arabic. Yeah. And she's like, no, you need to ask. Walk up to them and ask. I said, no.
She really tried to tell you.
Yes. We were like back and forth at it. And she always says Spanish. Ask them if they speak Spanish. I'm like, I'm not that good to speak anything else than Spanish. He's like, I can't hear you. You gotta take that. don't know what you're listening to, but
Yeah, that's what I want.
apparently not me.
Yeah, literally.
Always.
Yeah, because I was wondering why you were.
She always read my lips because she can't hear, because she has this music going and.
Yeah, for a second I was wondering, I was like, hey, why am I so mean?
Oh, to her?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Her stuff all that. So, yeah, she was, if there's any, ISO, or like a house call, and I said, no, zero house call. Okay, call again. Are you sure we don't have house call? I said, actually, we have one, because right after she hung up, we took one to freaking home. And I was like, there's one, but not for this docket, the next docket. She's like, no, I'm talking about this docket. I was like, let me check, hold on, I put her on hold. No, we don't. And then somebody else called me, it wasn't her. So I was all up here, and I was like, what you want now? And I was like, oh, sorry, ma'am. It was somebody else. I was like, oh, she's like, oh, yeah, I know. I just wanted to know if we have house call. And I said, did I not say no? And then I hear her in the background saying, well, sometimes they say no, but they end up having some.
Yeah, the other person called.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Whoa.
You know, yeah. Right? Yeah. It was funny. You know, Steven from EMT, the medical, he used to be like that until some officer put him back on track.
Really?
Yeah.
The kid with glasses?
Yeah.
He was also wearing AirPods?
No. Like, he was like playing games.
Same as.
Yeah. So with me, he found out the hard way. And hallway, he might. Can I hold in one?
Go right hard.
Yeah.
Can you bring the lab home to
We got to
release?
hold in one.
One of the guys from the red one.
If you hold in one, he has somebody else in holding two, but he don't tell me. He has the list, he don't tell me. He's like, we gotta go see holding 10. Okay, on the other side. Go all the way around, we see holding 10. Holding 2. I'm like, we were right next to it. Okay, whatever, right? Go to holding 2. Oh, holding 9. We were right next to it over there on that side. Sure, we do a lot of back and forth. And when I tell him, hey, we were right next to the thing, give me the list, and then I look at me, don't say anything, you know. So I'm like, and then I saw him like talk to other people, like nurses and everything. It's like, oh, okay, you want to act like slow and stuff. Okay, then I'm gonna act slow with you too. So he come up to my desk in the hallways, and he's like asking me a question, I ignore him too. And then he realized, oh, okay, he's playing the same game as I play with him. So he stopped. And now he's like, okay. Yeah, but, me, the 2 officer from our ship, working overtime, we went to the back to medical. Come up, out, and he's like, easy, over. the officer for Marcia with that. Bro, don't do that, that's weird. You ready?
Why do you keep that?
Oh, the paperwork.
He just finished it, so I just printed
Oh,
for it.
okay.
So I'm getting it ready for it.
Thank you.
But I don't know when it's coming. He said it was coming.
Yeah, no problem. He can take his time. As long as I get the paperwork so I can get started.
But I can't print anything, it's, so that's why I was waiting.
You can't what?
I don't print anything.
Oh, yeah.
And he moved Wheeler, number 6, Daniel Wheeler. He moved it to the 11th.
Okay, so Wheeler, the house phone, he moved to the 11. Thanks for letting me know. See, if I haven't asked you, I wouldn't have even known.
What about that one guy who moved down that home?
Lloyd, William, right? The house phone, you mean?
No, Coyne,
Oh,
Justin Coyne.
Justin Coyne. Justin Coyne. Do we have him on this docket or? They were supposed to move him to the 5 o'clock. You gotta keep asking for the paperwork or else you're not gonna get it until later.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
Excuse me, sir. Was, Coyne, the FOJ, is he moved?
No, but I have his paperwork here. I've got one other house call, so I think we can, if we can knock it off. Knock it off together, so to speak.
Cool.
Okay. Let's see here. All right, everyone, good morning. This is the 5 a.m. initial appearance calendar for November 27th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. In case we have any victims monitoring or tuning in remotely or virtually, or even telephonically, I'm going to go ahead and read the victim rights advisement. If you are a victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, the right to a speedy trial, the right to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling, and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. And with that said, if I can have Eric Ginsberg come to the podium, and if I can have Alejandro Gutierrez come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
It's Eric Uriah Ginsberg, December 24th, 1984.
Thank you very much. Sir, you're here on a new matter stemming from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is for one count of misconduct involving weapons by a prohibited possessor, a Class 4 felony, and one count of failure to admit the carrying of a deadly weapon. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is December 4th. December 4th at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, also at 8:30 a.m., both matters in the Downtown Superior Court. As to the relief... Okay. Should we? All right, would you be able to post it? I can recall the matter. All right, so so far I've given the fact that I found probable cause as to these two offenses. I've appointed an attorney, given you your new court dates. I'm going to pause the statement there. I'm going to pause your hearing at this point. I've been notified by by court staff that there's some additional paperwork that may be coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall your matter. I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to ask you to sit back in the gallery, and then we'll just recall your matter in a little bit once additional paperwork catches up. Okay. Okay. If I could have you. Yeah. Sure. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's call, if I could have Alejandro Gutierrez come to the podium, please. And if I could have Luis Loera come to the chair next to the door. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Yeah, Alexandro Gutierrez, 12/31/77.
Thank you very much. You're here on two matters. The first is number 10 on the calendar. It is a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court for one count of a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation, arraignment, and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the Downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation in this matter, and a previous judge, not me, but a previous judge has set a bond in this matter in the amount of $2,500 as a secured appearance bond. I have reviewed your matter, and I am going to go ahead and affirm that bond in the amount of $2,500. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that you abide by. I'm not going to go through all of them, but one of which is that you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your next matter, number 11 on the calendar, is also a probation violation matter from the Maricopa County Superior Court for one count of a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in this matter as well. Your next court date is the same date. It's December 3rd. It's a probation verification, arraignment, and possible disposition hearing at 8:30 as well in the Downtown Superior Court. In this matter, it is alleged that you have also violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. A previous judge set your bond in the amount of $1,000, a secured appearance in this matter, and I'm going to go ahead and affirm that. Again, $1,000 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post a bond in this matter as well, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. There are other release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but a copy of all my orders for both matters will be given to you here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left. If I can have Luis Loera come to the podium, please. And if I could have Ricardo Vasquez come to the chair next to the door.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Luis Manuel Loera Sheng, 7/17/1979.
Okay, thank you very much. Sir, you are here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matters. I'm going to go through all of them. The first one, number 1 on the calendar, it is for a probation violation matter for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 4 and 5 of your probation. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Should you be able to post that bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Sir, I hope you're listening. Okay, thank you. Number 2 on the calendar, your next matter is also a probation violation warrant for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you on that matter as well. Your next court date is on the same date as your previous matter, on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. That's going to be a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. In this matter, it is alleged that you have violated terms 4 and 5 of your probation. I am affirming a previously set a bond in the amount of $750. $750, that's going to be a secured appearance bond. Again, should you be able to post that bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Next matter on the calendar is next of your matters is number 3 on the calendar. It's also a probation violation warrant for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in that case as well. Again, your next court date for this matter, as for all matters, is going to be December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. Again, it's going to be a probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing. It is alleged that you have violated terms 4 and 5 of your probation. I am affirming a previously set bond in the amount of $750. That's going to be set secured appearance in the amount of $750. Again, should you make bond in this matter, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Number 4 on the calendar is your next matter. It's also a probation violation matter, also for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing, also on December 3rd, as with all your other matters, at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 4 and 5 of your probation. Your bond amount, I have affirmed in the amount of $1,000. Again, should you be able to post bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. We're getting there. Next matter is number 5 on the calendar. It's also a probation violation warrant for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. In this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250, and it is alleged that you have violated terms 4 and 5 of your probation. Should you be able to post bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. And finally, your last matter is also a probation violation matter for a Class 4 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. On this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Should you be able to post your bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. In all 6 of your matters, there are release conditions that I have not gone over, but all of my orders and all of your release conditions will be contained in all the paperwork related to all of your matters that you'll be receiving here shortly. If I could have you step to your left. Sir. Thank you, officer. Okay. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more before I recall it. Ricardo Vasquez, please come to the podium. And if I can have James Bohanna come to the chair next to the door, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I know it's a little chilly in here. So thank you for your patience with that. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Ricardo Vasquez, 10/14/79.
Okay. Mr. Vasquez, you are here on 3 matters. The first is it stems from a bench warrant in the Maricopa County Superior Court, failure to appear. It is for 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you and as to both counts. Your next court date is a status conference on December 4th at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, also at 8:30 a.m., both matters in the downtown Superior Court. In this matter, a previous judge has issued a bond in the amount of $1,000 secured appearance bond. As a secured appearance bond, I have reviewed your matter, and I am going to go ahead and affirm that bond again for $1,000 as a secured appearance bond. There are other conditions related to your release should you be able to post that bond. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of all my orders.
It's for the Superior Court, right?
Correct. This is for the Superior Court.
Yeah, I contacted 3 times my public defender to request a hearing to solve the matter. Yesterday that I was arrested, that day I had to call him in the morning, then again in the afternoon to confirm it, and he said it was Jeffrey or Roth or Jeremy Roth. He said that he was going to check up on it to see if they had received it.
So, yeah, I looked at it as well, because I looked at it. I noticed that there was, I reviewed the record. There was a motion to quash the warrant that was put before the court on or about November 7th this month. Then there was an oral argument that was set by the court on November 14th. However, because you were not present at that oral argument, the judge, Judge Fisher at the time, said that in order for her to quash the warrant, you need to be present. So because you weren't present, she did not quash the warrant.
And he never informed me of that. That's why I wasn't present.
Yeah. So because of the fact that the judge never quashed the warrant, it's still an active warrant, and I have to deal with it as such. So I'm going to go ahead and affirm your release conditions as set by the previous judge of $1,000, but you will be able to readdress this as you get to your next court date. Your second matter is a municipal court warrant out of the Tolleson Municipal Court. I have a point. I can't. Typically, it's for driving on a suspended license, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and an excessive speed as a Class 3 misdemeanor. Not just you. No one for a municipal court matter is eligible for court-appointed counsel. However, you can hire an attorney at your own expense. However, given the fact that I have posted, I've given you a secured appearance bond that you may or may not post for the other matter, I'm going to give you what's called a placeholder bond for this matter in the amount of $50. This way you can start earning credit for the time that you're serving, and there's a guarantee that you'll be transported to Tulsa Municipal Court versus not being transported.
If I pay the bonds, then I can go on my own account.
Correct. If you post a bond. Your next court date in Tullison is an arraignment hearing on December 8th at 8:30. The address for the Tullison court is going to be given to you here momentarily. There are some additional release conditions that apply should you be able to post the bond. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get all of them in writing here momentarily. And your third matter, final matter, is number 14 on the calendar. That is a warrant from a justice court, University Lakes Justice Court, for criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I have appointed an attorney for you on that matter as well, even though it's a misdemeanor. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. In terms of release condition, I have imposed a placeholder bond in the amount of $50. So just in case you can't post the bond in the bigger one, at least you'll start earning credit for time served, and you'll be transported to the next court and the next court date in University Lakes Justice Court. Again, as with the other ones, there are some other release conditions that apply. Should you be able to post bond, I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of all of my orders for all of your cases and release conditions in the paperwork you're about to receive here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. If I can have James Bohanna come to the podium, please. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
James Bohanna, 22698.
Thank you very much. Sir, you're here because of a Maricopa County Superior Court probation violation warrant for a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a probation revocation, arraignment, and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. In the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15 of your probation. This court, in review of your case, has set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. $500 secured appearance bond.
That's to get out, right?
To get out. Should you be able to post that bond, you will be released. But if you do post the bond and you are released, you are to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. There are some additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of everything in writing. Yes, go ahead.
But if I don't have a bond or anything like that, I just started this job and I have to get paid to try to post bond or anything. It's like any other way I can.
It is secured appearance. So what that means, there could be bond companies that could work with you to figure something out. One of the officers, when they take you back there, they'll give you a list of bond companies that'll collect calls 24 hours a day. You could contact one of them or contact all of them to find out which ones will work for you. You give them your circumstances, and maybe they can figure something out.
And then if I can't post bond, how long would I have to stay here?
Until your next court date on December 3rd.
Okay.
And you'll also have an attorney there, and your attorney can readdress the release conditions with the other judge in the other court as well.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. If I can have you step to your left. All right. I'm gonna look at the Ginsburg thing. I'm gonna look at the next. So, Justice Court. All right, if I can have Eric Ginsberg just come to the podium. Thank you for your patience, sir. You know, just out of an overabundance of caution, I did get some more paperwork, so out of an overabundance of caution, I'm just going to start your matter. Even though we're continuing it from before, I'm just going to reiterate everything from the beginning, so I can have it collectively in one hearing. Okay, please give me your full name and date of birth.
Eric Uriah Ginsberg,
And your date of birth?
12/24/84.
Thank you very much. You are here on two matters. The first matter is a new case from the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is alleged that you have committed one count of possession of a firearm by a prohibited possessor or a misconduct involving weapons by a prohibited possessor, a Class 4 felony, and one count of carrying a deadly weapon and failure to admit it as such. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause to exist as to both counts. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is a status conference again on December 4th at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on December 8th, also at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown, both matters in the downtown Superior Court. As to the release conditions in your case, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $10,000 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post that bond, there are additional release conditions that you must abide by. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you're going to get a copy of all of them.
What is that? What does that mean? Secured
appearance bond versus cash only bond. In cash only bond, you got to bring up the whole amount in cash. Pay up the whole amount. The secured appearance bond, usually people go through a bond company to post. Usually, don't hold me to this, but most bond companies have a requirement of 10% down, and then the rest and then the amount in collateral for the bond amount. So in your case, it would be something like $1,000 down and then $10,000 worth of collateral in something else. There are bond companies that you can contact from inside jail. The deputies here or the officers here will give you a list of these companies. They'll work with you to try to figure out some sort of accommodation. They also collect calls from the jail.
And so, me not being in trouble in over 10 years doesn't apply to anything?
It does. Your prior was pretty severe, and so the court took that into consideration. Hold on, so I could tell you that the fact that you haven't been in front of a court or have had no negative law enforcement contact for a while did factor into my decision. The state's bond request, the bond amount request that I got from the state earlier this morning was a lot higher than the bond I ended up giving you.
Okay.
So for whatever that's worth, I took all that into consideration, and that's how we came up with the 10. That's how I came up with the 10,000 secured appearance. Your next matter, your second matter, is a Justice Court warrant out of the El Centro Justice Court. It is for driving on a suspended license. So I have appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter as well. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 1st at 8:30, again in the El Centro Justice Court. As to that matter, the court has imposed release conditions in the amount of a secured appearance bond, but it's a placeholder bond. That is a $50 placeholder bond. And what that does is, because the other one is so high, I don't know how and when and if you're going to be able to post it. But a $50 secured appearance bond on the misdemeanor, driving on a suspended license, will do a couple of things. Number one, it'll start giving you credit for the time that you're serving that the judge in the misdemeanor matter could apply towards your case. Plus, it also makes sure that you get transported to the justice court just in case you're still here. And if I didn't set a bond, you may not get transported.
So am I able to make, like if I make the $10,000 bond, am I able to be released?
Then you'd have to also post the $50.
Right, so basically if I make both bonds, I can get released?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's no other, I mean, there are other release conditions that you have to abide by, not to possess any weapons, not to possess any drugs without a prescription, that kind of stuff. But I'm not putting you on an electronic monitoring device. I'm not putting you on pretrial services or anything like that. It's just post the bond and you're out, and then you'd be responsible to get to your own court dates on your own volition.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, if I can have you step to your left. Manuel Duvall, please come to the podium, and if I can have Jonathan Jackson come to the chair next to the door, please. Good morning, sir. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Manuel Ricardo Duvall, 6/21/93.
Okay, sir. 6/21. Thank you very much. You're here on two matters. The first is a Superior Court probation violation warrant. I have appointed an attorney to represent you in this matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation in this matter. The court has imposed a secured appearance bond in terms of your release condition in the amount of $250 secured appearance bond. Should you be able to post the bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours. There are other release conditions. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get a copy of all of my release conditions and all my orders here momentarily. Your second matter, number 16 on the calendar, is also a probation violation warrant from the Maricopa County Superior Court. For a Class 6 felony. I have appointed an attorney to represent you on this matter as well. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing also on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. And for this matter, it is alleged that you have violated terms 3 and 5. And in terms of your release conditions, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Should you be able to post that bond, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Again, for this case, as with the other one, there are additional release conditions that apply. I'm not going to go over all of them with you, but you're going to get a copy of all my orders for both of your cases in the paperwork you're going to receive here momentarily. If I can have you step to your left.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Jonathan Jackson. Good morning, sir. Could you please give me your full name and date of birth?
Jonathan Jackson.
And your date of birth?
April 14, 2002.
Thank you very much. You're here on 3 matters. The first is number 20 on the calendar. It is a warrant out of the Justice Court, University Lakes Justice Court, for 1 count of false reporting, 1 count of obstruction, and 1 count of criminal trespass. All matters are misdemeanor matters. I have appointed an attorney to represent you as to all matters. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the University Lakes Justice Court. As to the release conditions in this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. $250 secured appearance bond. If you are able to post that bond, you will be required to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Your next matter, Number 21 on the calendar is also a probation violation matter. However, I'm sorry, not also. It is a probation violation matter out of the Superior Court, Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you on this matter. Your next court date is a probation revocation arraignment and disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. On this matter, it is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15. As to this matter, the court has imposed a secured appearance bond, also in the amount of $250. Should you be able to post bond in this matter, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. And finally, number 22, your last matter on the calendar is a probation violation matter from the Maricopa County Superior Court. I have appointed an attorney to represent you on this matter as well. Your next court date is also December 3rd. It's a probation revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. It is alleged that you have violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15.
Can I get released today?
And for this matter, the court has imposed a bond, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Should you be able to post the bond in this matter, you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Can I just get released today?
If you are able to post the bond in your matters, you can. If you cannot post the bond, it's $250 bond for each one of the matters, so $750 total. So if you're able to post that, if you are able to post that collectively, you'll be released. If you can, your next court date is December 3rd, and you can discuss release conditions, because you'll have an attorney at that point. You can discuss release conditions with the other judge, readdressing your release conditions with the other judge at that time on December 3rd. I haven't gone over all your release conditions with you. They're all going to be included in the paperwork you're about to receive for all of your cases. If I can have you step to your left. I was going to wait until everything passed before I called, but go ahead. I bet you're here.
Sorry about that.
No, you're here anyway, so that's great. Let's do it. Please give me your full name and date of birth.
Gavin Davis, 12/31/1990.
Thank you very much. Mr. Davis, you are here as a result of a new matter stemming from the Youngtown Municipal Court. It is for one count of assault as a Class 1 misdemeanor. Not just you, but anyone charged with this offense out of a municipal court is not entitled to court-appointed counsel. However, you can hire somebody at an attorney at your own expense to represent you. Your next court date, I did review your matter. I did find probable cause to exist as to the assault charge. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing on December 11th at 9 a.m., again, in the Youngtown Municipal Court, the address of which will be in the paperwork you're about to receive. As to this matter, it's a mixed bag of orders that I'm going to give you. I'm looking at your release conditions, and I am going, as long as you promise me that you will appear at your next court date in Youngtown on your own accord, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance here.
I'll be, my mom will make sure of that.
Okay. Also, there's some other release conditions. You can't go back to the scene of the crime. I understand that and you can't have any contact, the alleged crime, and you can't have any contact with the alleged victim.
I tried to avoid it anyway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I understand that the scene of the alleged crime is probably your residence as well, and to that extent, you can't go back to there. You got to find another place to stay.
I'm making other arrangements as we speak.
Now, if you have personal items that you need to collect from that,
I'm just going to have my mom bring them to me.
In my orders, I've also put together one civil standby order, and what that is, you and your mom can contact local law enforcement, and they will make an appointment to meet you there, and then you could collect your stuff without violating my orders that you can't be there. So I've included that as part of all of my orders here as well. And there's some other orders that apply that I won't go over with you, but you're going to get everything in writing here momentarily. And as soon as you're processed out, you'll be released.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a happy Thanksgiving. All right. William Lloyd. Oh.
He's a house call. You want?
Oh, he is a house call. I should have seen the little house call symbol.
Yeah. And cooperative.
You know, he should have been here because I've got some good news for him. Okay, number 8 on the calendar is William Lloyd. It is a new matter from the Maricopa County Superior Court for 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I have reviewed the matter and I have found no probable cause to exist. However, as to this matter, so I won't be able to handle or won't be able to hold Mr. Lloyd. However, it doesn't mean case dismissed. I will try to explain that to him. He still has to get to his next court date. I have assigned an attorney to represent him. His next court date is a status conference on December 11th at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary hearing on December 15th, also at 8:30 a.m., both matters in the downtown Superior Court, because there is no probable cause finding, although he has to show up. Again, he won't be held. He can't be held anymore. His next matter, and that's my inclination, is to just release him. The next matter is number 19, again with William Lloyd. It's for a probation violation matter. I have appointed an attorney to represent him in that matter as well. His next court date is probation revocation arraignment, possible disposition hearing on December 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. As to this matter, I am going to be releasing him on his own recognizance. I'm going to advise, that's my inclination. I'm going to advise him that upon his release, he must contact his probation officer within 72 hours. If any of my inclinations change, I will do so in a separate writing, and I will not go back on record on this calendar. And with that, this concludes the 5 a.m. calendar for today.
Do you have some dates?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to take that with me. But I already made a record of that on the prior one.
because I am actually released, I had to have release conditions for, I believe, everybody today, but I'm only going over, like, most of them. But your paperwork has absolutely all of your release conditions, and you are responsible for all of them. So do not lose your paperwork, and be sure to review it, all right? Because you are responsible for each and every one of the written release conditions. So let's begin. Tommy Steer to the podium, and Roger Ward to the chair at the door. Okay. Now, sir, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases before me this morning, and we will start with them. It's number 4, 25, 27, 28, and 31 on the calendar. So name and date of birth.
Tommy Lee Steer, 31081.
And that is the name and date of birth on all of the cases. And you are being charged with 2 counts of theft of means of transportation as a Class 3 felony, 1 count of burglary in the 3rd degree using a master key as a Class 5 felony. That was a count. Using a master key as a count as a Class 4 felony, and then 1 count of criminal damage as a Class 5 felony, 1 count of criminal trespassing in a residential structure as a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest, passive resistance
Ma'am,
as
can
a
I
Class
tell you?
1 misdemeanor. I would say do not talk about your charges, because this is being recorded. It
I know, I
be
just wanted
against you
to
later
tell you one thing. This all started over me doing fentanyl and being poisoned by fentanyl
on. Okay.
and asking for help in the hospital. They would not give me water or let me go to the bathroom.
Okay, well, right now, I would tell you, you're going to be, I believe you already, I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You'll be able to have an attorney help you out with your cases, okay? And you also, I know you have probation violation charges as well, so you're going to be getting counsel to be able to help you out with all of your cases. You can, that is something to bring up to your counsel, okay? But these are the charges that you're looking at. I did find probable cause regarding release conditions, so I am going to, like I said, I'm going to be appointing counsel that can help you out with your case. You have a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December 8th at 8:30 a.m. On this case, you're being charged, actually I can tell you the state wanted to have a $50,000 cash only bond. I'm going to make it a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. All right. And as part of your release conditions, you're not to have any, well, actually, also, you are on probation violation, so you're not supposed to have any, you're prohibited possessor, so no weapons. So, in regarding to all of your other cases, they are all for violating probation, so we will go to that. Again, as I stated, they all have the same name and date of birth. They are for warrants for violating your probation, or basically they're page 2 for a warrant for violating your probation. I am appointing counsel on each of them. You have probation revocation hearings and dispositions all set on December 4th at 8:30 a.m. And I set bonds in each of them in the amount of $1,000. And if you are to be able to, and if you do make bond, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
So our bond is $50,000, or is it?
No, you have, in the first case, it is $50,000. In each of the next 4 cases, they are in the amount of $1,000.
So I'm not getting out.
It's $54,000 total.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so if you go to your left, you'll get all your paperwork. Roger Ward, please come to the podium. And sir, could you please state your name?
Roger Jason Ward,
And your date of birth?
January 1498.
Thank you. You also have 4 cases before me today. That's number 9, number 10, number 16, and number 17 on the calendar. And I'm starting with number 9. It is a, you're being charged with 1 count of taking contraband into a correctional facility as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 8th at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. Hold on. Let me just double check. Let me do it. Was there... Yeah. I decided 5,000 would be appropriate. And on your next one, it is a warrant out of Highland Justice Court. It is a possession of drug paraphernalia as a Class 1 misdemeanor. It is a cash-only bond in the amount of $500. You then also have a page 2 for probation violation. So a warrant out of for probation violation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. And it is a probation revocation arraignment with a possible disposition on December the 4th at 8:30. And it is a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Oh, hold on. Your last one, oh, that was the last one, was for $2,000. But that was back then. So then on this next one is another warrant for violating probation. Well, actually it was, yeah. It was a page 2. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation arraignments and dispositions is set on the same date and time, December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm sending secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Again, you cannot have a weapon. Obviously, you're on probation. You're not supposed to have a weapon. And be sure to contact your probation officer if you do get bond out. Okay.
You said it's 7,500 or 8,000?
Okay. Well, you have these last two are 500s. The one for the Justice Court, that is a 500 cash-only bond. And the one on the other one is the most expensive one was 5,000. So you have the 5,000 in that one, those two. So you have $6,000, which is a secured appearance bond, but then you also have another 500, which is a cash-only bond. Okay.
Okay.
So you go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. Katie Elgin, please come to the podium. Daniel Nelson, please go to the chair. Hello. And can you please state your name?
I'm Katie Lee Elgin, in June 28, 1990.
All right. And I have Katie Elgin with that date of birth. That actually I have for 4 cases. All right. So we'll just go through them. I don't have the same thing for like all of them. So like bonds and stuff forth. So we'll just go from the first one, which is but they are actually in order. So 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the docket. We'll start with number 5. We'll just go through them. So as we stated, Katie L. Elgin, date of birth, June 28, 1990. We have that you failed to appear for court. And we have that this is for that you failed to appear for a non-witness violation hearing. That you have existing counsel. The non-witness violation hearing is set for, with a possible disposition, is set for December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. On your next case, it is the same situation that you failed to show up for non-witness violation hearing. You have existing counsel. You have the same court set for the same date and time periods for non-witness violation hearings, and that is December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. Secured appearance bond, though, is set for $500. And then your next one, again, non-witness, that you failed to show up for the non-witness violation hearings, and you have existing counsel set for the same, your court date is reset for the same date and time, December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. Secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And this next one, in those, however, just to let you know, those, if you are to be released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, okay? Now, the next one is different in the fact that it is out of county. It is a warrant out of Pinal County Superior Court. If you are to remain in custody, you have, you can be appointed counsel at that case at your next hearing. I can't appoint counsel for another jurisdiction. Oh, in this one, it is for a probation violation, and they wanted to hold you without bond. So, you know, the fact is that you don't want to make bond in our court because you have to be held for Pinal County, okay? So if you go to your left, look at your paperwork. Daniel Nelson, please come to the podium. Robert Hutto, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. You have two cases before me today. Could you please state your name?
Daniel Nelson.
Your middle name is Evans?
24th of July, 74.
All right, and your middle name? Is it Evans?
Evans, Daniel
Okay.
Evans Nelson, yes.
And that is the same name and date of birth I have for both cases. We'll just go with the first one first, which is number 1, and I have number 1 and number 2 on the calendar. And so the first one is a warrant out of Central Pinal Justice Court. It is for 1 count of criminal damage as a Class 1 misdemeanor from April 22nd of 2022. If you remain in custody, you'll be appointed counsel at the next hearing. You have an arraignment set on December the 3rd at 8:30 a.m. and it is for cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $720. On your next case, it is that you have a it is the same name, date of birth. It is a out-of-county warrant also, but this is Pioneer Justice Court. It is for 1 count of assault as a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of criminal damage as a Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor, 1 count of failure to appear as a misdemeanor. All happening, like, basically, except for the failure to appear, it was May 31st of 2025. The failure to appear was from August the 7th. And since that is in our jurisdiction, Pioneer, that I can appoint counsel, oh, wait a minute, no. It is out of Maricopa, though. I can't appoint counsel. I have to change the paperwork. It's out of county. Sorry, I need to not appoint counsel. I need to change that. It just sounded, let's see. Let me, here, I'll change it just to be appointed at the next hearing. Sorry. That could be problematic. Okay, so yes, just new paperwork. Could you please print that out? Oh, sorry, I need to re-sign. Do you have my signature now? I said it a couple of times. Okay, there. Sorry. So yeah, please tear up the one that was where I'm appointing counsel out of my jurisdiction, but I don't have the power. All right. So, okay. So those are your two your information. Okay. So each of those jurisdictions will take care, you'll end up going, each of those jurisdictions will have to transport you. So what you will have to do most likely, if for some reason the dates they may, like one jurisdiction may take you in, so that you may end up missing the other one, be sure to maybe write the other jurisdiction, letting them know that the other, that the other court has you. Okay? I'm just letting you be aware that you may want to do that. All right, if you go to your left, you'll get your, you'll get your paperwork. All right, Robert Hutto, please come to the podium. James Rossi, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you please state your full name?
Robert Hutto.
And your middle name is David?
Yeah.
And your date of birth?
April 21st, 88.
Thank you. You have a warrant. Looks like you failed to show up. For court, yeah, you failed to show up for sentencing.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
But you have existing counsel, and actually, you have a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. I am affirming the bond, that is $2,500. It is a secured appearance bond, though, so you can use a bonding company. And that's mainly it. So if you just go to your left, you'll get your paperwork, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Timothy Cannon, please come to the, I'm sorry, Rozzy, please come to the podium. Timothy Cannon, please go to the chair. Thanks. On point. Hello, sir.
Hello.
All right, could you please state your full name?
James Ryan Rousey,
Thanks, and your date of birth?
7/22/87.
All right, now you have new charges. One charge is one count of possessing or using narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, which I did not find probable cause for. They did not do any testing at the time, and you did not make an admission. And then, or at least not in the paperwork that I had. And then I also have one count of possessing or using a drug paraphernalia. Now that I did find probable cause for, though, because that there was an admission regarding the other. There was admissions of something, but then let me just take a look at the form for, because I did not see. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, fentanyl actually would be narcotic. Okay, you know what, actually, I do need to find probable cause. Sorry, I need to change it. Okay, sorry. I am finding probable cause for both of the charges, for the narcotic and for so you're being charged with possession or use of narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, in possession of drug paraphernalia. I am finding probable cause. And I did remember, it's just that they didn't test one of the drugs. And so that's why I was thinking there was no probable cause, but I was thinking of that one drug. But there was an admission of the other drug. And so there is some probable cause for this charge. There's still, obviously you have, when I look at the financial profile, I do find that you're not indigent. However, if you do find that you're having trouble being able to, hire an attorney and so forth, you can always ask another judge later on that, hey, look, I really am unable to, afford to hire an attorney, and then you can always have another judge consider or reconsider my decision about your indigency. Okay? And I am going to be releasing you on your promise to appear for court. Okay, so I'm going to let you be released.
Thank you.
But do not initiate contact with your arresting officers. You are not to possess drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid license, and you must provide the court with, or continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. Right, then, okay, did I? No. I did, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm changing my paperwork, so I need to re-sign this. I thought it was pretty early to get an OR. Must not have put it down as far as I should have. Did I see? I thought I signed it. Did it?
Yes, but mine still says, is it still supposed to say no PC?
No, it's supposed to say, I had it changed. have people who did.
On the charge summary, it still shows.
Maybe if I, refresh it. Oh, great. Okay, let me go to 11. Oh, no, let me go to 8.
Oh, actual charge, no, it is fine.
Do you have it now?
I got it.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna refresh right now.
Yeah, please. Dealing with technological issues all day.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, thank you. So now you have the correct paperwork. So yeah, if you go to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Timothy Cannon, please come to the podium. Douglas Radford, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Could
Hello.
you please state your full name?
Timothy Edward Cannon,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
10/8/1970.
Thank you. Now, sir, you have a warrant out of family court. Obviously, it's civil. I can't appoint counsel. You just have a return hearing out of, the downtown Superior Court at 201 West Jefferson. It is set for December the 4th at 10 a.m. You have a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. So if you can make that bond, then you can be released. Okay? So if you go to your left, you'll get that paperwork. Douglas Radford, please come to the podium. Hello, sir. Okay, now you have 3 cases before me. Now you have 1 new charge and 2 probation violation cases. So I will go with the new charge first. Although actually they're 18, 19, and 20 on the calendar. Let's just go with them in chronological order. So, sir, could you state your full name
Douglas Jacob Radford,
and your date of birth?
4/24/91.
And they are all the same name and date of birth. Okay, so this, as stated, is a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation hearings set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m., and it is a security appearance bond in the amount of $100. You're not to possess any weapons, any drugs without a valid prescription, and if you do get released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. The next one, number 19, is the same situation, same name and date of birth. It's a warrant for violating your probation. You have your probation right. I am appointing counsel to represent you, and your probation revocation hearings are set on the same date and time, December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm setting the bond and your warrant for the same amount, $100, and I'm keeping it that same amount. Your next, the new case, though, the new charges, again, same name and date of birth, just that you are being charged with 1 count of artifice intentionally facilitating shoplifting as a Class 4 felony with the offense date of November the 26th, yesterday. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 8th at 8:30 a.m. And this, and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. All right? When you're left, you get paperwork. Richard Smith, please come to the podium. Richard Gomez, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello,
Could you please state your name?
Richard Smith.
Your middle initial is L.
Yes,
Could you have your date of birth?
February 17th, 1970.
Thank you. You have a warrant out of West Mesa Justice Court. It is, the underlying charges is for 1 count of shoplifting as a removal of goods as a misdemeanor and 1 count of shoplifting concealment as a class 1 misdemeanor. Also, the offense dates are September the 6th of 2025. If you remain in custody, you'll be appointed counsel at your next hearing. You have an arraignment set on December the 3rd at 8:30 a.m. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Okay? If you go to your left, you get your paperwork. Richard Gomez, please come to the podium. Hello, sir. Could you please state your full name?
Richard Matthew Gomez,
And your date of birth?
September 15, 1982.
Thank you. You are being charged with 1 count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a class 4 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on pretrial services. What that is that you're going to get an envelope. It has, information in there. Pretrial services is essentially going to be, supervising you. You need to contact them when you get released, and that's essentially it. But make sure that you show up for court, okay? And because if you don't show up for court, you're going to get up in a warrant, and if you don't, and also you need to make sure that you contact pretrial services, because they're there to make sure that you, make sure that you follow. And they may have you do different things. They could they could decide if they wanted to test you or anything. I'm not putting the fact that you have to have testing in here, but they want to make sure that where you're at. And they can also, they could even, they can have other resources for you, all right? So you go to your left to get your paperwork. Marquez Marino, please come to the podium. Ryan Clark, please go to your chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you please state your full name?
Marquez Marino.
I'm sorry, what? I need you to state your full name.
Marquez Antonio Marino.
Thank you. Your date of birth?
09/1899.
Could you please be a little louder, and repeat that, your date of birth?
9/1899.
Thank you. And you are being charged with 1 count of burglary in the 3rd degree and lawful entry as a class 4 felony, and 1 count of shoplifting, removal of goods as a class 1 misdemeanor. I am appointing counsel to, I did find that there is probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 15th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to be releasing you on pretrial services. And you are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Okay? Did you hear what pretrial services is, though? You need to make sure that you contact pretrial services when you're released, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ryan Clark, please come to the podium. David Kaplan, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you please state your full name?
Ryan Douglas Roberts Clark, 7/21/90.
All right. And you have a case stemming from Peoria Municipal Court. You are being charged with 1 count of assault as a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find that there was probable cause for this charge. I am not appointing counsel. You have an arraignment set on December the 16th at 9 a.m. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. You are not to initiate contact. Oh, hold on. Darn it. I need to change my orders. I have no idea why I did not include. You are not to initiate contact with the alleged victims. You're not to have, And you're not let me see which one is this one. Form 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it commonplace also. You're also not to initiate contact with any alleged complainant or witness. I'm not sure if you live with the victim. I know that there's two different ones that have victims here, but you may not. I do
not right now.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Well, I just left it in here, so if it doesn't apply, then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But just that you're not allowed to reside at the same location as any alleged victim.
Okay.
If you did, then you would have to find another place to live. Okay? So obviously if you don't live with the same person, then it doesn't apply, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, so I just signed it, so it should be. Okay, so if you want to, you can actually just go over to the left and then I can get you your paperwork, okay?
Okay.
You can have a sit down and we can get to the next person. Because I did the same thing as the other person, I have to fix this one too. I was getting in a hurry. I'm changing Mr. Kaplan's too. I did the same thing with this person. Okay. Mr. Kaplan, please come to the podium.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Could Ryan Smart please go to the chair? Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
And yes, please state your name.
David Kaplan,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
September 13, 1978.
Thank you. You also have a municipal city case stemming from Peoria Municipal Court. It is for one count of assault as a misdemeanor, plus one misdemeanor, and one count of disorderly conduct, fighting as a plus one misdemeanor. I am not appointing counsel. You have an arraignment set on December the 16th at 9 a.m. I am also releasing you on your own recognizance. I am ordering you not to initiate any contact with the alleged victim. You're also not to initiate any contact with any alleged complainant or witness. I am also putting down, because I do believe that you may have been the one that resides at the same location as the alleged victim, or you may not. But basically, if you live with the victim, you may not live with the victim.
Your Honor, just a little request, please. Can we have a hearing before the 9th of December, please?
No.
Any day I'll be available.
No, right now you have, the next court date is set is for December the 16th. If you're going to be out of custody, the next court date is for December the 16th at 9 a.m. Okay? You can actually always even file a motion to the court to see about accelerating the date.
Because I have to be present, I have to show up to the court.
Yes.
Yeah, because...
You can file a motion to the court. Right now, this is what we have for the date.
Okay.
So I have to set this date. If I'm with, the other date would be December the 2nd, but that would be if I set a bond, keeping you in custody. So
Thank
we don't
you,
want to do
Your
that.
Yes, thank you. So I
Okay.
can find a motion to have a different date?
Yes, if you're going to file that. Yeah.
I have already pre-arranged flights for that day, but my must go, so...
Okay, well, right now,
I'm sorry.
You can then definitely hire an attorney or something
Exactly,
rather at
so-
this moment, but right now, I'm not, right now, I don't.
So it's December 16th?
December 16th at
Yes.
9 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, Your Honor.
So whatever you do is make sure that you talk to the court about changing that court date or whatever so that you do not.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Do whatever. But yes, right now,
Mhm.
you need to make sure that you show up for that court or you make sure that the court changes that court date.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And then right now, and again, you cannot reside at the same location as any alleged victim. Okay. Did you get the new paperwork to them? Okay, great. I wasn't sure if I'd signed it, that's all. I was going to hit sign again. Ryan Smart, please come to the podium. Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Could you please state your name?
Ryan Casey Smart.
Thank you. And you have a date of birth? And what is your date of birth?
9874.
Thanks. And you have a new case out of the town of Wickenburg. And it is one count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a class 3 misdemeanor. I am going to be, I'm not appointing counsel at this time. You have an arraignment set on December the 17th at 9 a.m. and I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance on your promise to appear for court. So be sure to show up. I do know that court also does a lot of, virtual, of,
Monitor?
yes.
Yes.
So if there is, but you have to ask for it. It's not like it just happens. So if for some reason there is an issue about it, you need to do a motion and request being able to appear virtually, okay? Then you have to make sure that they approve it, and then, then just do it.
Okay, I got you. It was a big mistake anyways, because I was allowed back in there because I was DoorDash, and because I made a mistake 6-7 years ago.
Let's not talk about the case, because whatever you say here can be used against you later on.
All right.
But obviously, you're saying, hey, that's gonna be good for me. But I don't want you, the best thing to do right now is, I'm just letting you know what your court dates are. I'm gonna let you be released on your own recognizance. Just make sure that you show up for court, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right.
I've got house calls. It's cool.
Yes, and we have one house call. All right. I am going to try and call, let me take a look at the, okay, and then we do have the one house call. Let me put it on the record before we are adjourned. So the house call is for Rodrigo Chavez Terrazas. Apparently he was under the influence so much that he may be sick in court. So I will do the house call. His name is Rodrigo Chavez Terrazas, date of birth December 18th, 2000. He's being charged with one count of criminal trespassing in the first degree as a residential structure as a class 6 felony. I did find probable cause. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 15th at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to be releasing him on pretrial services. All right, and that is the only house call, so therefore this calendar is adjourned. All right. Okay, so we can.
You have the interpreter on.
Is the interpreter? Oh, she's on? Okay, great. Then do we have the interpreter move to the top?
Yes.
Oh, great. I think I might have stuck it to the bottom, so I'm glad you put it to the top. All right, so first let me, interpreter, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, good morning.
Oh, great. Glad you're here, because I usually don't have the interpreter for when I actually even open it. So, are you able to do simultaneous, or do you need to do it like after I do it in like consecutive?
You mean for my advisement or for the whole hearing? Because
Well,
we
no,
have the...
For both, whatever.
I can do it simultaneously if the defendant is wearing the headphones.
Is he? Yes, he's wearing the headphones, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. I'm the honor. Sorry. I'm only part-time, so I often talk, when I'm in a courtroom, I usually am saying Your Honor. Okay, so yes, the defendant is wearing the headphones.
I am ready to interpret that. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. All right, so then this is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for November the 27th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. And this is the victim's rights advisement. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law that, among others, include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who was convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. Thank you. Now we can call the person that needs the interpreter, which is Ricardo Delgadillo. And then if Kimberly Mendoza could please go to the chair. Thank you, sir.
We're all set, Your Honor.
Great. Could you please state your full name?
Ricardo García Delgadillo.
Ricardo
And what is
García
your-
Delgadillo.
Great. What is your date of birth?
¿Cuál es?
22 de febrero del 81.
February 22nd, 1981, Maria Court, Court Interpreter's Office.
All right. You are being charged with one count of possessing or using dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony and one count of possessing or using drug paraphernalia as a Class 6 felony. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December 15th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you on your own recognizance. That means it is on your promise to appear at court. You need to appear at downtown Phoenix at the South Court Tower. That is at 175 West Madison Street. The address is on your paperwork. You are not to initiate contact with the arresting officers. You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. You are not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. And you must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. And I'm not sure if I stated it earlier, but again, regarding your charges, I have found probable cause. All right, so do you have any questions?
Sí. No, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
Okay, and thank you very much. If you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. And would you ask anybody if they also need a Spanish interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor. ¿Hay alguien más que necesite intérprete en español? Si es así, levanten la mano. Español, levanten la mano. Any hands?
Looks like there was nobody that raised their hand. So, yep, give me a leave. Thank you so very much. Appreciate all your help.
Honor. Thank you.
All right, Kimberly Mendoza, please come to the podium. And Raul, Raul Lopez Romero, please go to the chair. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, now you have 4 cases before me today. Could you please, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Can you please state your name?
Kimberly Barragán Mendoza.
Okay, and what's your date of birth?
September 19, 1995.
All right, and that is the name I have on the cases. So let's go back to number 4. It is a warrant for violating probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. It's probation revocation hearings set on December 4th at 8:30 a.m. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. If you are released, be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Obviously, you're prohibited possessor, so you are not to possess any weapons. Regarding number 5, it is again a warrant for violating your probation. I'm appointing counsel to represent you. Again, probation revocation hearings is set on the same date and time, December 4th at 8:30, but the secured appearance bond on the warrant in that case was $1,000, which I'm affirming. On the next case, number 6, it is a new case, and the charges are for 1 count of possessing or using narcotic drug as a class 4 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those charges. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing set on December the 8th at 8:30. I'm setting secured appearance bond at the amount of $1,000. On your last case, it is a warrant for violating probation. Again, I'm appointing counsel to represent you. You have probation revocation arraignment hearing set on December 4th at 8:30 a.m., and they have a warrant set for a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. Okay? So, it's definitely, you can just add up all the different amounts, but it's more than $2,500. All right, so you go to your left, you'll get your paperwork. Raul Lopez Romero, please come to the podium. Nathan Clark, please go to the chair. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Lopez Raúl Romero Raciel.
Okay, I have Raúl Raciel Lopez Romero.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your date of birth?
August 24th, 2001.
All right, now I have 2 cases before me. One is an out-of-county warrant from Pioneer Justice Court. Now, on that one, it is the warrant is for a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $256. The underlying charges are for 1 count of DUI, like being impaired to the slightest degree, then also just being for a DUI drug, for any metabolite as a class 1 misdemeanor, reckless driving, and exceeding the speed as over 20 miles per hour.
Over how much?
As a criminal speeding ticket, over 20 miles per hour.
That's not
that can be criminal speed.
Yeah, that's not
as
how
a
it
class 3
happened.
misdemeanor. That was all from March 15th of 2025.
I remember that day perfectly, and
Okay, you don't want to talk about the
yeah.
case because it can be recorded and it can then be used against you. I can't appoint counsel to appoint you because this is actually out of the county. I don't have jurisdiction to appoint counsel in a different jurisdiction. Now, you have an arraignment set on December the 3rd, 8:30 a.m., and this says it's a cash-only appearance bond. Now, the one thing is that the other case is here, and that it is brand new from today, and it's driving on a suspended license, and that stems out of South Mountain Justice Court. Now, I was considering releasing you or putting or a small bond on you. My concern is that if I don't put a bond on you, that,
Can I say something?
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is are you going to be able to make that $256 bond?
That's the thing. Ever since that DUI,
Yes.
I explained to that cop that we just moved out there. I pay half of the rent and bills. Ever since he gave me that charge, I've lost my job. I lost everything. I recently started working, but again, I have no transportation.
You've got to deal with that case.
Yeah.
There's no way you cannot. What's going to happen is that is a cash-only bond. I'm not going to change that warrant.
Is there any way to
you're going to get transported there.
Is there any way to go fight it, talk about it, and all that?
That's the thing. You'll be transported, and then you'll have to deal with that case.
Hmm.
Now, the only thing is that you also now have a case here in our county. So.
That was this morning to go pick up my brother for Thanksgiving and everything.
But now it's just about if I don't put a bond on you, if I don't do anything, then you're just going to be transported out to Pioneer. What county is that?
I'm all the way in San Valley. I came only here just to pick up my brother.
Okay. So I'm going to put a $50 bond on this one so that this case can be dealt with before Pioneer's case can be dealt with.
Will I be able to go home for Thanksgiving tonight, or?
It's only if you can make both bonds.
Hmm. That's nice.
Would you be able to make the $256 bond? 'Cause then I could just, I'll make this one ORs.
I have no money. I lost my job, so.
Well, that's why it'd be good to also then have a bond on this case as well, so that you can make sure you get credit for both cases.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that, because it's just me and my mom out here.
I understand. I don't want you to be in and not get any sort of credit at all. Because if you're just in a credit, if you're in custody on one case, you're not in custody on the other case, you're not getting any credit on that other case.
Yeah.
So that's why it's better for me, better for you, for me to put a bond on this other case as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it just, also then nobody even knows, what's happening from this other case. This other case is just going to be.
Yeah, it just feels like
split food.
I have no choice but to just go along with everybody, what they're saying, I guess. I have
I'm
no
just explaining
option.
to you, but I've just signed it. And I know you're like, well, it doesn't sound like it's a good thing to give me a bond.
But
honestly, I am trying to help you.
Yeah, because that cop, when I heard
realized-
those charges, I was like, that is not what happened.
And I realize that and obviously, I can't appoint counsel for you in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Because I'm giving him a bond in this case, I have to, for our court, I need to appoint counsel.
So after this, I'm getting transported to Pinal, or?
No, because we have to deal with most likely, though, with our court first.
Hmm. So I won't be home for Thanksgiving then?
No. For bond issue. There. Sorry, had to change it for the bond issue. There. Had to appoint counsel. The judge can always decide that the counsel can represent you on the actual case, but by law, if you're being held in custody and that you're indigent.
I've been wanting to fight it and that case and everything, because the way that cop did everything was outright wrong.
Okay. and that is something that you can fight. Obviously, you can ask to have for that type of case, it's mandatory jail, so you'd be eligible for an attorney.
Yeah, would I be able to like get footage from the cameras?
Obviously, that's where you'd have to you have the right to get discovery.
Okay.
If they have that, then you'd be eligible to get it. Some jurisdictions have it, some didn't. I've been an attorney for 30 years, so I can tell you before in the past, they didn't have it. Nowadays, they have things. So it obviously depends on different jurisdictions, you know.
Yeah, because I want to get those footage of those two cops just like laughing at me while doing all that.
Obviously I do not know about, and you have to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if you go to your left, you'll get that your paperwork.
Yeah.
Okay, so sir, you need to go.
I'll bring it out to you.
Okay. Nathan Clark, please come to the podium. Albert Muzzy, go to the chair. Thank you. Could you please state your full name?
Nathan Clark, Your Honor.
And your middle name is Maurice?
Maurice, yes, ma'am.
Date of birth?
2/10/99.
Thank you. And you have a warrant out of Encanto Justice Court. It's for 1 count of reckless driving as a misdemeanor from 7/25/2023. I am yes.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt. I was just confused by that because I plead for that. I took a plea
Yes,
deal
but
for that,
it shows apparently that you still owe money.
Yes, ma'am.
And because of that, you have a warrant because you failed to, follow through with your obligations to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
However, the bond is only $50.
Okay.
All right? And so if you can make that bond of the $50, then you'll be able to, be released. Okay. Will you be able to make the bond of $50?
I think I can. It's just about calling somebody to
help you out.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Good luck. I'm hoping so. I was like, $50. And I don't really want to, not follow I want to affirm the court's
it's just
bond.
I've been calling all morning trying to get somebody to call. So I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. Another question I have, because I got this one moved to Veterans Court. I was trying to see if I could get that one moved to Veterans Court.
I will tell you, some jurisdictions have Veterans Court, some don't, and I'm not sure if this court has it or not. Okay.
I remember when I originally got the charge, it was offered, but I don't know what happened to where.
I honestly do not know.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
But you know what? I'm going to change this. It's only $50. If the court really was that concerned, they would have had a higher bond.
And Your Honor, I swear to God, I was.
Quiet. Okay?
Yes.
Shush.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is good for you. I am going to release you on your own recognizance. Just show up.
Yes, Your Honor. I will not miss one.
Okay. But you need to show up for court. All right? And, but the fact is that it is a very low bond. And he didn't say cash. So I'm going to give you this opportunity to show up for the court. But you've got to show up for court. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do not make me look like an idiot.
No, Your Honor.
Okay?
I won't.
It's going to be like, oh, that bleeding heart. It was holiday.
Yes. I appreciate it.
You've got to show up, okay?
I appreciate you helping me out. I will do my part for sure.
Okay. And yes, and I do appreciate your service, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right. But, yeah, I do not know if they have a Veterans Court or not.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, just you'll get your paperwork. Do show up for court. He's going to give it to you.
Yes, I'll bring it up to you. I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Albert Muzzy, please come to the podium. John Toulis, please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your full name?
Albert Zane Muzzy,
Thank you, and your date of birth?
3488.
All right. Now, you are being charged with 1 count of aggravated DUI as a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for this charge. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing set on December the 15th at 8:30 at the South Court Tower. I am going to be releasing you on pretrial services. All right? So you're going to get an envelope. It has your information about how to contact them. Be sure to contact them. All right?
Okay.
So you can just go to your left here and get your paperwork.
Yes, sir.
John Chulas, please come to the podium. Renee Valle, please go to the chair. Hello, could you please state your name?
John Toulis,
Date of birth?
December 17th, 1996.
Thank you. Now, you are being charged with one count of possessing or using a narcotic drug as a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that charge. I am appointing counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 15th at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower. I am going to be releasing you on pretrial services.
Okay.
So just be sure to show up for court and be sure to contact pretrial services when you're released.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think you need to give them, it tells you exactly how to do so in the...
I've done so before.
Oh, you've done, okay. Well, just be sure to follow through.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, sir. Just gonna have a seat to the left, close to the door.
Renee Valle, please show up, please come to the podium. And Francis Salazar, please go to the chair. Hello. Could you please state your full name?
Renee Valle.
And your middle name is Omar?
My
What's your
middle
middle
name?
name?
Renee Omar Valle.
Thank you, and your date of birth?
2575.
Thank you. Now, you are being charged with one count of hit and run with a death or injury as a class 5 felony and one count of DUI as a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find that there was probable cause for these charges. I am appointing the counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 11th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 15th at 8:30 a.m. at the South Court Tower. I am going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. However, you are not to initiate contact with the alleged victim. You're not to initiate contact with any complainant or witness or the arresting officers. You are also not to possess any sort of drug without a valid prescription, not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid license, and of course to continue to provide the court with a proof of your local address. Just be sure to make sure you show up for court. Okay?
So is my...
You're going to be able to be released with your promise to appear to court. Regarding your license, I do not know what's going on with your license. You were given information at the time that you were there, so you need to just do not drive without a valid license. So you need to double check with what's going on.
Double check with...
I have no idea. I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a copy of the police report. I don't know what you were given. I do know that at times when people are getting or have DUIs, that they have like a certain time period before the license gets suspended. So I don't know. You'd have to check.
Okay, ma'am.
All right? If you get your...
Thank you.
Get your left and you get your...
Here you go, sir. Just have a seat to the left, close to the door. Thank you.
Francis Salazar, please come to the podium. Marvin Prudhomme, please go to the chair. Hello. Could you please state your name?
Francis Salazar,
Thank you. Your date of birth?
10/4/62.
Thank you. And you are being charged with one count of, this is for White Tank Justice Court. You're being charged with one count of resisting arrest, passive resistance as a class 1 misdemeanor, one count of failing to obey a police officer as a class 2 misdemeanor, and one count of exceeding the posted speed as over 20 miles per hour as a class 3 misdemeanor. And I am not appointing counsel. You do have an arraignment set on December the 16th at 9:30 a.m. at the White Tank Justice Court. And I'm not appointing counsel because I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance, on your promise to appear. If I was going to keep you, I would have to appoint counsel. But if I found that you were indigent. But I didn't have to get into that because I'm going to release you.
Okay.
So it's just like, you just signed. You wouldn't have had to come into custody.
I didn't, Your Honor, I didn't deny the sign. I was trying to get him to clarify
That's
my
fine.
ticket.
We don't have to get into that. All I'm going to do is I'm going to release you, and just you make sure that you show up for court. Okay?
Okay, I do have a couple questions.
There's nothing for me to talk about.
Well, that's not about the case. It's about finding out where before I leave here, I just want to make sure that I get the information where I can pick up my vehicle.
I don't know that.
It was towed from
I have
my
no
driveway.
information about that.
Okay.
So,
Get in contact with the arresting agency, because more than likely they're gonna know, and we will.
Okay.
Here's your paperwork right here. And just have a seat in that first row, what I can know that,
Okay.
close to the door.
Marvin Prudhomme, please come to the podium. Daniel Wheeler, oh, he's a house call. Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor, is there any way I could get some sort of privacy on my case?
Yes, we can, or we can hold off. Or is there any way that we can?
Like close the door or like the speaker, because I feel like a lot, like I could hear everybody's case right there, and I don't want to really hear my case.
Yeah, we can hold off.
JP got traffic.
How we've lost work. And did you get the laminated card? The laminated card?
Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Because most of the time I see people with it in their hand, and I didn't see you with it, that's all.
I came and put it on the counter.
We're good to go.
Oh, great, okay, thank you. All right, so, sir, could you please state your full name?
Marvin Prudhomme?
And your middle name is Charles?
Yes.
Your date of birth?
1/18/95.
All right, now I have two fugitive justice cases before me, and then a new charge for our court as well. So, and they are 8, 9, 10 on the calendar. They all have the same name and date of birth. I'm going to start with number 8 on the calendar. And this is and both of the fugitive justice cases are out of California. So I will go with the first one, and that is the warrant for a battery against a peace officer. Oh, hold on, which one is that correct?
Is that?
Let me just, okay, right now I would say it's better not to talk about it.
That's in California?
Yes, they said they were both from California. Hold on, let me just, oh no, hold on, this is, yeah, oh no, Dublin, let's see.
Alameda?
Yeah, Alameda, Colorado, is that CO? Oh, well, that one's CO, and this one's California? I know I thought they said they were both, when I'd read something it said both were California, but yeah, that one says CO, and this other one says CA.
Alameda County.
Oh, Alameda County. Oh, okay. So are they both the same state though?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then yes, the other one is homicide. So let me make sure that I'm getting the right one to the right case. 2, 3. Let me make sure this is the right one to the right case. Reading these warrants are not easy. Okay. Can you tell that the first one is for the, yeah, 01. And then, yeah, just trying to make sure I get the right one to the right one. Excuse me. Can you tell which one, like it's which case, so which case is from the top and which is the bottom? Which one is it?
Doesn't matter if you give them
Doesn't
the
matter?
numbers.
Oh, okay, then that works. That's what I'm trying to make sure. How do I know which case number goes to which one? Oh, we assign the cases. Oh, numbers, okay. All right, that explains why I can't tell. Okay, so, all right, so then, I was going with the number 8, that warrant was for the battery to the officer. And so I was, now, so let's go with, and this is essentially, we'll just go through the script. What's important is the fact is that for any fugitive of justice case, you have rights. So we'll just, there's a specifically, because it's very important, there's a script. So I'm going to just go through the script with you.
Okay.
And so I've already asked about the fact that may I have your name and date of birth? So we've done that part, correct? Yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, we did do that. But let's start again. So could you state your name?
Marvin Prudhomme.
And middle name again was Charles.
Charles.
Your date of birth?
1/18/95.
All right. And a warrant for your arrest has been issued by the state of California. That state wants you back on this warrant. Before court, you were given a laminated card. Did you read that card? Did you read that paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor.
As I stated, you have a warrant from the state of California. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days. Or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governor of both states before you are sent back to the state of California. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County for jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you don't have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If you do not have any criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. So the fact is that we know that you now do have charges pending from you. So you cannot, that 30 days won't start until those other charges are completely finished. All right?
So, Your Honor, is the battery on an officer from here, from Arizona?
No. The new charges, in fact, let's go with the new charges. Let's do the new charge case first.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to change, so I'm now going to go to, on the calendar, number 10, our new case, for our Arizona case.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on the new case, again, we have the name and date of birth, which we've just done. You are now being charged with 1 count of resisting arrest, involving risking physical injury as a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of obstruction of justice, refusing to give your true name as a Class 2 misdemeanor. I am going to appoint counsel to represent you. You have a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 8th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $2,500. Okay? So, and then of course, if you were Just the other ones are just do not initiate contact with arresting officers, do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and you must continue to provide the court with proof of your local address. That's just for our case.
Okay.
Now, for the fugitive justice cases, so that's just for us. So you need to make sure that you would have to, finish our cases first, or before you could be able to have to deal with be able to deal with theirs. So on the fugitive justice cases, and in fact, I do believe that we could call both of them together. So dealing with the script, because obviously you want to either give up your rights to both of them, or you want to,
hold out.
Do both of yours.
Yeah.
So we'll set the hearings, and they're both going to be set for the same date for your hearing. And if we wanted to have your hearing will be December the 8th at 1:30.
For the future.
For your fugitive justice hearing for your initial court date. And so, if you choose to have an extradition hearing, I'll set your hearing for December the 8th at 1:30 at the downtown Superior Court in Phoenix at 201 West Jefferson. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire a lawyer at your expense if you chose. You are entitled to bail, which in this case, in the case regarding the battery to the officer, it would be a $50,000 cash-only bond. And regarding the homicide, I was going to make it a $250,000 cash-only appearance bond. So that's $300,000 cash-only total.
Okay.
If you are unable to post your bond, you'll be held in custody during that time or until another judge modifies your bail. So it could be modified. You would not be entitled to bail because, that's some of the things. If it was post-conviction, you could be held without bond, but that is not the situation here, at least not from what I could tell from the warrant, so that's why I made a bond.
All right.
A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required would be required. And so that process could take up to 90 days.
Yeah, and speaking of the process, if the process, runs out, like you get to 90 days, does that mean I'm eligible to be released? That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I'm pretty sure I won't be released on that. But after the 90 days, what will happen?
Well, it's to where, that's the thing. It's like, first of all, they could still kind of work on it if you're still in custody. Do you
They'll
understand?
just keep me longer.
Well, no. It's just obviously, part of it's to where if you're in custody on our case, that they're still working on it, if they do end up getting the signature done while you're in our custody, then it happens. Then it doesn't matter. Okay. But obviously, it's to where, let's say that you're getting released, and you haven't been, but the time has passed, then you'd be able to get released.
But that's unlikely. That's just how it just seems unlikely. But
I would say it would be unlikely.
I would.
But right now, I would honestly state that it makes sense to not waive your rights at this moment.
Yeah.
So at this moment, I'm just have it all set up to not waive your rights.
At any point, I can waive my rights, and it'll be a 30-day countdown.
Right.
Okay.
But you definitely, have the other case going. So I would say.
Is it possible by the 8th that I could possibly get time served for this case, and then I could just waive?
Yes.
I could waive on the 8th.
I would say yes. Why don't you see what's going to happen on, and then you can always change your mind to the 8th on the 8th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just leave it at that. I didn't change anything, so the paperwork should be set.
Fair enough.
And then for the record, the next case is Daniel Wheeler, which is a house call. So I will go to the cell and let him know what's happening. This case is Daniel Wheeler, date of birth March 29th, 1969. He is being charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault against the first responder as a Class 3 felony, 1 count of resisting arrest as a Class 6 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor, 1 count of drug paraphernalia as a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree as a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for these charges. I am appointing counsel to represent him. He has a status conference set on December the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing set on December the 8th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a security appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. Okay, if there are any changes, I will come back and put the changes on the FTR.